rest of that out of the way. All right. So what I'll do is show you. So in the Dropbox, when you go to the Dropbox, it's going to look different, obviously, like for you, because you won't see these things. You'll see on yours, like submissions. So you'll have like one, and then you'll see feedback published. So I've given everybody their feedback on their stuff. Let me see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to impersonate someone just so that you can see what I mean. I'm not going to click on it so you can, for example, Molly, I'm just going to impersonate you for a second. Just so they can see, you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if you go to Dropbox, this is what you'll see. So you'll see completion status. If you've uploaded your stuff, it'll say that you've submitted it. And then here, it'll say feedback, either read or unread. I can impersonate you on D2L, and that's about it. But yeah, so you'll see your feedback here, and you can click on it to make sure that you see what I've, your mark, basically. One thing is, for a couple of the small things, like the preferential option for the poor and for the justice scriptural links, some of you, and I'm not sure why, whatever document you uploaded, it was blank. And so I wrote that in your feedback. So if you go on and you see that you're one of those people whose document was blank when you uploaded it, just let me know, like redo it, and then I'll when you resubmit, I'll see it, and I can remark it. But yeah, so just like let me know. I think I feel like when you post something in the Dropbox, even if it's like your second thing that you're posting in there, I should be able to see that there's new things. Xavier, which assignment are you talking about? Your preferential option for the poor? Because if you're having a hard time submitting it on D2L for whatever reason, you can email it to me, and then I can always, like I said, I like D2L, I like the Dropbox because I can mark it on D2L, and then you can view your feedback and your grade right on here. So what I will do is if you email it to me, then I will likely impersonate you on D2L and then post it in the Dropbox. That way I can go back on and mark it. And that way you can just go to the Dropbox and you'll see it there. Because if I impersonate you, it's as if you uploaded it. So I can do that. So like Marco, if for example, I don't know if Marco's in this meeting right now or not. If he's not, then it's not going to be a point for me to say this. No, he's not. So never mind. Excuse me. But yeah, that being said, you should have your marks for all your stuff. There were a few of you that did not do your Unit 3 test, and I'm not sure why. I'm trying to see if any of them are in the meeting right now. No. Those that didn't do the test for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, I reached out and yeah, and so I cannot get a hold of them. So that's unfortunate. But yes, there's 3 people in the class that didn't do the test. If you failed the test, the Unit 3 test, if you go back and you look and you failed it, I'll double check and then reach out to you as well, because I don't remember now off the top of my head who failed, although I think, to be honest, there were more than I had hoped for that failed. So it was out of 66, so a fail would have been a 30, what is that, 35? No, 32. A 32 and lower was a fail. But basically, if you failed it, or maybe you're at the point where like you did really well on everything except for you just happen to bomb this test like really badly, like in the 50s or something, then are we getting your marks back for today for today? What do you mean for today? Oh, for the test. Yeah, so the test marks are already up there, right? And they've been up there for a while. So if you just go to quizzes, let me see. I'll impersonate it. I'll just do a student, like I'm not going to impersonate anybody, but I just don't want to see. I don't know if anybody's going to be comfortable with me showing their mark. But if you go to quizzes, you'll see Unit 3 tests. So yours here will say evaluate your or feedback on attempt 1, and then you can click on attempt 1 and then see, you know, your feedback and see your questions, what you got wrong, and whatnot. But as I was saying, like if you failed the test, or maybe, like I said, you just didn't do very well on it, and you were really, you know, you normally do quite well, but for some reason you just bombed this test, and like you're in the 50s. Obviously, like if you got like a 75 or higher, and you're generally sitting around that grade anyways, I'm not going to be so apt to allow this, because it's reflective of your skill set, basically. But like I said, let me know, and I can grant you a second attempt at the test. So especially for those who failed it, I will give you a second attempt. That being said, you can then go back on, like you let me know what time, what day or what time, mostly just what day, because I'll have it open up for you for the day. But what day works best for you this week, or Monday or the weekend, for you to do your retake. So to retake the test, and then I will mark that second attempt and update your mark. So like I said, because if we were face to face and you fail the test, I would let you guys correct it, like correct your answers for a 50. But because we're online and I know that things are a bit different and I'm not right there, face to face to help you guys or to answer, questions just whenever you have them, or even when you're doing the test to answer your questions and stuff. So if for whatever reason you failed it, instead I will let you guys do a retake. So you just have to let me know what day works best, and then I can let you guys do a retake of the test. So yeah, that's about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Canva very quickly and show you guys. Obviously, I was working on this a little bit, or playing with this, I should say, with my last week's class. Sorry, Knox, quit licking. Come here. Knox, come here. Oh, he's itching like crazy. I just gotta grab him. Knox, stop. Come here. Okay, lay down. No more itching. Enough. You need to lick me. It's very itchy. Yeah, you're itchy. Okay, so remember, oh, Xavier, that reading will be in the on our course homepage. Which one is ours? Is this one? No. How do I get rid of this thing? Sorry, I don't understand what just happened. I don't know how to get rid of this thing. There we go. So if you just scroll down on the homepage, you'll see all the schedules from the last week we were together. So you can find like the Be With Me page, like pages 134 to 137. Excuse me. You will see it. Oh, you have to click show all announcements, I think. And you'll be able to see it, or you can just go to content. Might be easier. Our third unit. Let me see if I can find it. That was for, is it for the preferential option for the poor? Oh, maybe did I not put it up here? That would be not good. Oh yeah, so it is. So maybe I just didn't put it on here. So give me a second and I will add it right now. Oh my gosh, why is this thing gets so frozen sometimes? It drives me insane. Like I can't scroll up. I gotta refresh it. Xavier, I'm gonna post that. For some reason, I don't know why. It will be on the homepage, but it's just not in here right now. What's happening? Why can't I edit this? D2L and Brightspace sometimes is the most annoying. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening. So how about instead, Xavier, what I'll do, I'll just land this background again, is, oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I didn't mean to click stickers. Okay. Sorry, Xavier, it's just loading, which I'm sure you can see. Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't out of that yet. Thank you, Megan. Either way, Xavier, there's your reading. That makes more sense now. I was like, why can't I edit this? I was so confused. Much better. Okay. So I can add it to here as well. So it's also, Xavier, for whatever reason, if you can't open it in the chat like I just sent it to you, it's also in our like unit on day 2 for call to action unit. Okay. All right, so like I was saying, I'm just coming on here to show you guys very quickly again, like the example that I was doing. So remember I said, like, you can see that this font right down here and how small it is, like, it seems like it might be a little bit hard to read. That being said, when I download it as a PDF, it is not hard to read at all. Molly, what you can do is, so give me about, I have a meeting right after our daily meeting with the vice principal. So in about, I'm gonna say maybe an hour, you can either message me on Teams, guys, or you can send me an email. And if you want to know what your current course mark is, especially considering like everything's in there now up until this point, other than the CCA, just send me an email or a message on Teams, and I'll tell you what your grade is. But as I was saying, this font, when you download it as a PDF and it becomes large, it's easy to see. So you can see I have my cover page, I have my title, and I have my headings. So then I threw in a couple small like things just for creative value, like a barcode, this like issue number and date, and like a journeywithjesus.com website that it would be pretend like if you could go to the magazine's website. But basically what I wanted to focus on was the fact that we have these headings and then a little blurb underneath them to describe what it is. So you can also create that as you go, right? Because, you know, as you're making your writing pieces, you can see that you can add your headings as you go. You don't need one of these, but I just threw in, like, obviously I didn't update it, but like I threw in a table of contents. And like I said, all I did was to find that was just go under templates, and I searched, there it is, table of contents. And I just, like, you can pick this one or this one. I just picked the first one that was there, and I changed the pictures. And I changed the issue number No, you don't. If you don't want to see me lose it, don't bring pop to my classroom. But yeah, so then the next thing, like I said, was I have the backgrounds for my page, and then I did my cover story. So I just kind of showed you. I don't see Ella waiting. Is she like in the lobby, or? I don't see her. I can try calling her. But other than that, I don't see her. Julia, let her know that I don't know how to let her in other than calling her. But anyways, so I made the background, these cool rocks. I actually uploaded a picture of the picture I used for my cover story, or sorry, for my cover page. And I posted it here, so that way you can see like the cover story, and this is the image that I'm talking about when I'm writing about it, right? So I said the image on the cover of this magazine symbolizes my journey with Jesus, blah, blah, blah. And I just did this so that way you can basically see how long I'd want it to be. So you can see if I double click on here, my font is 28.6, so it's quite large, just that way it's readable when, and you can make it even smaller than that. Like I said, this font here is the small font is readable when you download it as a PDF. And make it large. But I'm just trying to show, I tried to show my last week's class basically like a rough estimate of length. And then here I did my how-to, I changed it. So I wanted to show you guys, like if you guys are stressed when it comes to your CCA about the amount of writing, don't, because you can pick writing pieces and writing styles, sorry, that don't require a lot of writing. So like obviously I would add to this, but like for a creative play on a how-to piece, you could do like how to be a loving neighbor, and then do like a play on a recipe. So think about like you could just jot down like in a notepad or something, like all the qualities that like a loving neighbor would have. So basically what qualities do good people have? So we have kindness, respect of human dignity, love. You can come across like whatever qualities you want to think about, basically that you think a good a good loving neighbor has. And then you can just play on it, basically like how much do you think each of each quality people need. And then maybe like because everybody makes mistakes, you could do like a pinch of mistakes, and then you could do like a cup of forgiveness, or of recognizing those mistakes, or things like that, right? So just do a play on a recipe. And then I did like step 1, gather all ingredients, step 2, mix all ingredients together, like and then you can say like bake for a lifetime, consume and continue to build on and work on your qualities of being a loving neighbor. And then to be a loving neighbor is a lifelong process, right? So it's a play on a recipe. And then this is like a sticker. So if you go to elements, see there's different stickers that you can use. So almost all of them are free. Like this line I put in the middle to separate the columns is literally just under lines. I just clicked lines, and then when you click on it, you can see you'll get to this like little arrow, and you can just like move the direction of it if you want. And then there's lots of different stickers in here, and they're all basically free. Obviously some of them move. The ones that move, I guess these ones look like they're free, but I know that some of the ones that move are not. But if you go through, you can see that a lot of them are free. So I just found one that had, a heart basically in it, and you can search for them as well. Like if you wanted to search for a different kind of sticker that you can post, you can search for it. But like I'm saying, like I'm just trying to show you that this didn't require a lot of writing. Obviously I would include a lot more, like not a lot more, but probably like 4 or 5 more qualities with regards to the actual like recipe of the loving neighbor, like the ingredients per se. But it doesn't require a lot of writing. So the next one I did was the toxic relationship, and here's my background, and you can find backgrounds on here. So like you guys don't ever really need to go on Google and like save and like look for an image, save it, upload it. Like you can do that if you want, but you don't actually have to. All the backgrounds and stuff are right here. Like you can choose as long as you hover over them. Most of them are free. Like you can pick backgrounds from here that you can use. You can search backgrounds. Like I recently used these ones. I did the same thing with a column because this was my advice column, right? So I did a writing, like a pretend to write in like, yeah. So you won't be able to edit them like the stickers in the free version, but it doesn't matter. Even if you use things that are like stickers or images or whatever that aren't free, It doesn't matter because you can still download it as a PDF for free. It would cost you money to like print it. So you can still regardless just download it as a PDF even if you use things that aren't free on the, on the free version of this. But here I did my fake letter to, or advice column, and I said, dear author, blah, blah, blah. And then here's my, advice. You could also like call this like a letter to the editor. Usually like a letter to the editor though is like, I think anyways, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's just a letter to the editor. Like you don't respond to it. Whereas like advice column is like someone's written in asking for advice and then you're replying to them. So obviously you just fill this out on either side. I threw in a line, I threw in a couple stickers, boom. Another thing is if you are looking to, you're stressed and you don't want to include a lot of writing, is you can make a crossword puzzle. So I just Googled free crossword puzzle generator, and then I found the best one was this Crossword Labs, but maybe you've used other ones before that are better, but this one's pretty easy. Like you can throw in your title, and then here all you have to do is like you could write like intellectual, hit the space bar, and then write your clue. The element of spies that focuses on next one, emotional space, the element of spies that focuses on feelings. Next one, spiritual space, element of spies that focuses on what we believe. Enter physical space, the element of spies on how we see our bodies. And for example, then we can say spies. Obviously, you're going to want to put more information in because like just spies alone, you're only going to have 5 things and you want to have more than that. So like, for example, you can think about what else we did like within that. So you can do like spies and the 7 intelligences or things like that. But yeah, so then you go down, click save and finish, and like, boom, there's your crossword puzzle. And then you can, download it, print it, whatever you got to do. Your ability to make a meme, I think that would fall under intellectual for sure. So like I said, I just did like a copy, like I uploaded it as an image in here, but you don't need to, like you can always download it and then upload it as a separate document and put it on Dropbox. But that being said, like that's another thing that you can do that doesn't require a lot of writing. So you can do a crossword puzzle. Then I just showed how to like use the background features. So like I can click on this page. Maybe I want to use this background instead because I look at clouds. Maybe I'm like, I don't really love that. I'm going to look up a cross. Well, never mind, because apparently cross is not there. But you can scroll down, they'll load. There's a ton of different stuff that you can use, but just remember to try and find backgrounds that are going to be easy for you to put writing on top of. So like there's some flowers. Obviously like this one, probably wouldn't use it because you're not going to be able to read the writing. Maybe a beach. So you can see like there's tons of different stuff that you can use and they're all, free to use. So you don't have to bother with Google if you don't want to and like stretching things out to fit the page or whatever. It's all here. You can do, like I said, a comic strip if you want a little bit of less amount of writing. You can do an advertisement. You could do a word search. So you don't actually have to do a ton of writing. Adly, it was the Crossword Labs. But like you can play with it too, like find different ones, whatever one is going to be, best for you. Just make sure you find one that you can download the crossword for free. But yeah, that being said, you can see then like you'll have all your writing pieces here. You'll have all your headings for each of your writing pieces on your cover page. And that's about it. It's not a whole lot of writing. It's don't overthink it, like I said, because if you overthink it, then you're going to stress yourself out. And it, like I said, you can do things that don't require a lot of writing. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But yeah, basically that is about it. So unless you guys have questions for me right now, about the CCA that everybody else might also have questions about, I'm guessing we probably don't though, because it's pretty straightforward. But like I said, you guys are going to have the next 4 days to work on this, or work on any outstanding assignments. So I know there's some of you, especially in this meeting right now, that have not, have a lot of outstanding assignments. Work on getting those done, because instead of going over new content and quizzing you on it, I decided to give you guys the time to work on assignments. Or like I said, if you're coming in late, maybe you did really poorly on an assignment and you want to redo it to try and bump your mark up, totally redo it and then get it into me. Post it in the Dropbox. I will remark it for you. I also said, like, I have a, Teams meeting with my, comedy is definitely your strong suit. I love it. Mark for comedy within the articles. I would definitely appreciate the creativity with comedy in there for sure. But that being said, I have a meeting with my administration, obviously, after this. So in about an hour, if you want to message me on Teams or message me via email, I can give you guys an updated mark for you guys in the course. Obviously, think about it. If you are, if you Slack, especially when we're online, but there's a lot of you that, like, obviously, I'm going to cover up the names, so you can see all the circles basically are missing assignments. So there's a lot of you guys that have not handed stuff in. No, Hayden, we don't have 2 meetings today. But Hayden, I don't know if you were here when I was saying this, like, just going over, like I said, if anybody has done poorly on an assignment or something, or didn't hand it in, and you want to look at my feedback and then redo it, do that and then send it in to me. So that way I can, remark it, and we can take these next 4 days to boost our marks up. Okay. Like, same thing with the test, the Unit 3 test. If you failed the Unit 3 test, let me know what day works for you. And I, this week or maybe on the weekend, and I'll reopen it for a second attempt. So you can go back on there, you can do your second attempt. Make sure your review is done. Make sure you've asked me all the questions that you need to ask me with regards to that. So that way you can do better on it this time. Do your second attempt, and then I will remark it and take that mark instead. Oh, Landon, no, I didn't get a chance to listen to them yet. I will, though. I still have yours, so I will. I'll listen to them. But that being said, you guys are good to go then. So I'm going to be here in front of my computer all day. If you have any questions about anything as we're going along, just message me on Teams or send me an email. If you want to have a one-on-one Teams meeting at all, just let me know and I'd be fine with that. But other than that, if we don't have any more questions, you guys are good to go. So get working on your CCAs if you're done everything. If you haven't handed in some assignments, definitely get those done. Work on those, work on your CCA. We've got 4 days and then also the weekend. So you guys should definitely be working if you're missing a lot of stuff. The weekend should also be dedicated to you guys getting caught up. So use your time wisely. Use me as a resource. Okay. Yeah, so Haley, we will have a meeting every morning for the next 4 days. We'll have a check-in meeting every morning, but they won't be long, and then you'll have the day to work on your stuff and ask me any questions. Like I said, if you want to have a one-on-one Teams meeting, like, I am here for it. But that being said, yes, so Megan, the CCA is now due. I changed it, so it's due February 1st, so Monday by 5 p.m. So I need it to be done, like, need it to be due by 5 p.m. because I need the afternoon to mark them. Like, as people hand them in, I'm gonna mark them as we go. But that being said, like, I have 2 classes of CCAs coming in, so I need to focus on marking, and I need to make sure I have that afternoon to get that marking done. It needs to be realistic. But yeah. So go back under the Dropbox, see your feedback, see your mark on your assignments. If you didn't do well, you can redo it and then send it to me. If you failed the unit test, let me know what day works best for you, and I'll reopen it so you can take a second attempt. Or like I said, if you are used to getting really high marks and for whatever reason, you bombed this unit test and like you got in the 50s and you know it's gonna, you'll bring your mark down and you want to try a second attempt, let me know and I can open it up for you. That would be great. Yeah, definitely. All right, but other than that, guys, you're good to go. So get working, ask me questions, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Okay? All right. Goodbye, guys.